Всем привет, ребятки! Продолжаем душниться в Avowed. Я надеюсь, я прошел хотя бы на 50% эту игру. Я понимаю, почему многие ее зафейтили. Она довольно повязана на этих долбанных сундуках. Они повсюду, и они реально раздражают. Вот это постоянный поиск карты, хождение. Скажу так, мне даже в Скайриме было куда интереснее лазить по миру, при этом я Скайрим не прошел, он меня задушил тоже своим миром, своим открытым, и вот это вот. Тут он, кстати, не открыт, вот я не знаю, но эти сундуки, награда на каждом шагу. Плюс здесь есть повестка, ее достаточно много. Если мне будут говорить, что повестки нету, дай хотя бы пример, так это уже напарник. Это уже там вспомогательный вот тот квест.
I had one job. One job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
М.
Belena, you found her. I've been looking for my missing rangers for days. She was with a partner at Alaro. Did you see hide or hair of him?
Завис. Ну, подождем.
Your rangers lost to the Dream Scourge. Nothing we could do.
The Dream Scourge. Here. Tell me you're joking. So it is. Gods, I saw these signs. I didn't want to believe them. They'd been acting sideways, more than just distracted from their work. I thought it was... Well, I don't have to tell you twice. I was so wrong. I think I know the answer, but is either of them still alive? Merla, when she turns, Fior will panic. Where is she now? Poor thing. Maybe not. Do dream thralls know they're dying? Maybe it's better if they don't. In the meantime, I still have to break this to Vidaro, somehow. When people find out we have dream thralls, he'll blame the rangers to save himself. The people will too. I don't even want to think about how they'll react. I'd better get ahead of it then. I'd rather not get on Scan's bad side. Here. You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job.
Looks like no one is.
Новое колечко.
safe from the Dream Scourge. There's nothing anyone can do.
I really do hope you can end this, Envoy.
Buddy. Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Jeez, for the ruckus outside, the Animancers never know when to shut their mouths. Sounds like you've traveled a fair bit. Although even by Fior standards, tensions are at a breaking point. Except Giata and Quilici, that is. They are the only Animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
What?
Try telling that to Vidaro and the Animancers. But the rest of us, we've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terrors stalking the wilderness day and night. That's what scares me. Whatever is happening, it's coming for us. Although I admit Fior is in a bad way. Dream Scourge or not, we've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Ну, конечно же, у него будет отмычки. Ну,
Welcome back, Envoy.
что за фризы? Что происходит? Вроде бы ничего не качается. Сейчас так. Посмотрю секунду. Ну да, ничего нету. Непонятно.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint. My apologies, Godlike. You happened upon Fior at an inopportune time.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Ну, он занят не теми
What does he
проблемами.
know? He isn't even an Animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... Curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an Animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Да.
Most of us would be better off without tyrannical bureaucrats. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see a Nadiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of Animancers. We haven't even gotten started and we're already talking about ethics. I can tell I'm going to like you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Indeed. Some of my colleagues would fight me for the opportunity to study you. I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Miss Iverno
Ну, не факт.
forever. As much as I would love that, we're already out of time. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Don't worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Вот ты
I'd
рассчитываешь
rather you
узнать.
find that out for yourself. Whatever it is, I won't be disappointed. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial envoy, research assistant. Who knew?
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animancy, there's bound to be lightning. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Ну, что за фризы? Куда пойдем? Но вначале пойдем пообщаемся со спутниками.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her. It's more that I don't think my belief's worth standing up for. Life's simpler that way. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Ask away. Let's see. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch. There's also just about any kind of game you can imagine. Just make sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh, and be careful when you leave the roads. You never know when that deer you killed was some Delumgon's favorite pet.
Понятно.
Right, changing the subject. Not before I've done some reading.
К моему рагу готовится из всего, что только можно. У нас много гранат, и на это можно забыть.
Dorso was betraying her brothers-in-arms, all in the name of saving Emerald Stair. I don't know what awaits her, but I can't think of much worse than losing home. Yeah, it's just sobering to think she got to the point where murdering her own felt right. How do you keep yourself on the right path, especially when there's so much at stake? Maybe. But I've seen better soldiers than Dorso cross lines you can't come back from. I saw this in Rauatai's campaign in the Deadfire. You start out with purpose. You're fighting alongside your brothers and sisters, battling pirates and slavers, bringing civilization to a lawless, divided land. But then, you're breaking up villages, turning tribes against their rivals. It gets messy, fast. War is battle, envoy. Give me a weapon and point me at the enemy and I can do my duty. It's the backstabbing and scheming that leaves me feeling like I need a good scrub down. Yeah, well, I guess that's why no one ever put me in charge. Empires are hungry, envoy, and they devour their own too. Don't let your allegiances turn you into something you can't live with. And troubling. What was it she said? The Steel Garrote will ensure the safety of Adiran interests? They aren't going to make you any friends, that's for sure.
That Adiran spy mentioned a Steel Garrote operation too.
Yeah, he did. Stay sharp. A storm's brewing. And better if we can find it before it finds us.
Согласен.
If you get up in the night,
Еще можно поговорить? Ну давай поговори.
you know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valiant. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. Maybe not, but it makes for a spectacle. Living landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
Мгм.
You make the wild sound downright peaceful by comparison. I'm impressed at anyone who can survive that, or break out of it, like Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
Так, помчались.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. We had not considered this. Mundane, a lifetime lived in silence. We forget this. We wilt, we gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel? We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? A new tongue, an unfamiliar name. A harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Lift the shroud from the wheel. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? The hound cannot recognize itself. It growls at its own reflection. Should we fear it too? Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
Да. Привет.
Emerald Stair has seen better days. With any luck, the turning of the seasons will favor us. Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Да.
He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Thank you. It helps that he's already dead. Silvo is one of my revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come. Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was turned. You never know with these rascals. Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days. They come to me for breakfast, and I let them wander the fields. Really, it's no different than raising goats. You did? That was quick. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. Well, he was my first successful raising. Flawed and messy, but mine. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Seems a little far-fetched. Then again, what isn't these days? You're a godlike, so anything is possible. Perhaps your nature will grant you more answers. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, And thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Did you? Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal? We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you. Tired of being remarkable? Interesting.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? No need to take offense. We merely seek to learn.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a pillar of Adra would be a good place to start. Trust in animancy to always find the most complicated way around a problem.
It would have to be a very ancient pillar. Giada would know the details. An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right. And with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Это меня заинтересовала часть, конечно. Удачку.
Machine. Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. More than most, but less than I would like. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Copper allows greater power modulation through shaping, but Adra has the potential to store more essence. I could use a large single block of Adra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgon queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgon in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Опа. Вот и ответ на мой вопрос. Туда таки можно попасть. Это хорошо. Так, пока загрузочка, я отскочу, наберу водички, как всегда, а то лето, жара. Думаю, вы понимаете. Так, полетели дальше.
The trail goes through the ravine and into the glade. Careful where you step.
Как бы мне туда спуститься? Мгм.
I was just getting warmed up. Ой, как же вода решает в это жаркие дни. Look at that. After you, envoy.
Right behind you.
That's all of them.
Кажись, мы победили. Вот, смотрите, упираюсь в стену, все.
Quit moving. Not yet. Think the denim gun did all that?
Так, разгреб... Тут есть выход. Значит, вот эти все зоны тоже можно исследовать. И этим мы и займемся.
Maybe the land itself. Hey! Over here! Need more time. Point for you! Work up on that.
У нас есть по еде. По еде, по еде. Оп. Достаточно.
You may approach me, godlike. Ah, a welcome visitor. It has been so long since one of your kind has walked in this grove.
Приветствую.
We are both of this land, so we both speak the language of this land. But why have you come here? A curious thing for Kith to want. Even one as special as you. It belonged to one who tended this grove for longer than I have been here. Sickness changed them, as it has recently changed so many creatures in these woods. It no longer recognized us as their kin. We had to stop them before their madness damaged the land. When we become enemies of the land, it goes against our nature. We had no choice. But it is over now. All that remains is their heart. Our kind has no need for such remembrances. It would cause us no pain to part with it. But wait. No. No. So many dead.
Алло.
So many of my kin are
Надо
dead
было...
by your hand. I see. The wilds can be dangerous for your kind. Take it and go in peace.
Ух, интеллект спас.
I can't believe you pulled that off. Now, let's get out of here before she notices my wood pit.
You've returned. There is no need.
Не могу поверить в то, что прокатило, просто сказать ей, типа, о, наконец. Сказать ей, ой, извини, они сами напали, мне надо было защищаться. Видать, тот, кто играет через воина, не сможет так сделать.
Can I
Тук-тук.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giada. The court of Adir must be a very unusual place. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver.
Давай.
No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
Надо узнать, что произошло.
Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Hen.
Маятник. Ну, времена года.
Chrysalis.
Трансформация.
Spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? No, we should stop. This has gone far enough. Let's go over your results. Your soul has a fascinating internal structure, perfectly balanced. An artist couldn't have made it better. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Usually all it takes is a mirror. Not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. Nothing harmful, at least not yet. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river. Exactly. And if I know essence, it can't have gone too far. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh?
Кто-то мне подсказывает, что губернатор или мэр вот этот вот
Getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
сам все изучает
He lost me when he started talking about the souls. What did I miss?
в надежде спасти кого-то, маму или кого.
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapon? Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well. No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchanted. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galloway's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galloway's tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff. And I'll take your money eventually.
Is there anything else I can help you with, amico?
Обычную агро продает.
Welcome to my fine establishment, amico.
Ну, пообщаемся с Джулианой.
Are you as excited to get started as I am? Because I'm very excited. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange, but nothing is new. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi. Under the circumstances, the two are not so different. I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work. Animancy takes a lot of preparation. You might only have one chance to run through an experiment. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Well, that's where I need your help. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there. Don't be. I couldn't ignore this forever. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
That's where her parents died. I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
Something's not right here. Stay ready.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
Ну, вообще, можно и спуститься спокойно. Ничего тут прям.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giada. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
Стремновато.
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giada's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods. I can't believe this.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there? I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I don't think you were in any danger. All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. One that keeps on growing. Quilici thought so too. Even Ignasi offered to lend a hand. But I forbade it. My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of the living lands, and it destroyed her. My father, our family.
I've heard that story too many times. This land takes more than it gives.
So I swore an oath. No one could enter the lab until I understood what happened. I'm on the right track to figuring it out, which is almost as good. Enough about me. Let's worry about you for a change. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way. Don't worry. It's more durable than it looks. Kind of like me. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fior. There should be some equipment waiting for us. We used it to study the Adra pillar. Then some priests moved in and took offense at our work. I hope they haven't tampered with the equipment, or this will be a very short experiment. That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left. Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days. Naku Tedek is special. I used to play there as a child and take rubbings of the memorial plaques. Historians think it may have once been a burial ground, a place where souls can return to the earth. So, we kept the tradition alive. Many of our founders are buried there, though not all of them, as you discovered. Well, that covers everything. Let's go. The Dream Scourge can't hide for long. Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fior. No telling how long we'll be gone. I almost forgot. Someone gave me a letter for you. They said it was for the Envoy's eyes alone. I may have glanced at the handwriting. Don't worry, your secrets are safe. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Это не нужно, это не надо, это не надо. Пусть пока будет отдыхать. Пускай будет на всякий случай. Да, отправляться. О! Находясь в воздухе, нельзя тпшиться.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giada's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject. Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Giada's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the vricus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giada seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really. Ask away. I haven't dealt with Delamgon and blights and such all that much. They usually don't bother you unless you step too far off the... Of course, that's pretty much a given in your line of work, so we're all doing things we're not used to doing. Still, if you have a choice between upsetting the forest and not doing that, think about it. Maybe consider that the Forest and Emerald Stair are known to hold a grudge. There is something big in the southeast of the region. Most hunters say to stay away from there. I think you know almost as much as I do at this point, Amakuo. Not sure what else to say. Not sure what else to tell you. Let's see. Water can be a problem out here. Don't drink from the rivers or creeks you find here. They're full of saka. Literally. You can get good water from inside most plants here, especially the larger vines. Or you can tap most of the trees for sap. I always put out some kind of cloth to collect the dew in the morning. That's assuming Kai doesn't take it and use it as a nose rag. Oh, there's another tip. Make sure the people you're traveling with aren't Nimdudes. Right, Jane. Thanks for talking.
Пожалуйста. Привет, подруга.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own. Such a troublemaker, but a thoughtful one. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous? A little bit of trouble in moderation can be good for the soul. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway. What do you want to know? I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fjore's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden. That's putting it lightly. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand. Indeed, a world run by animancy. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong. I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi got me to crack open a book.
Неплохо сохранилось для
A lot of
40
catching up to do in my
7-летней
studies. Need to make up
тетеньки.
for lost time. I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time, or the forces behind it. No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work. My mother and father didn't know the risks, and I can't stop thinking about them. Caution and experience will stop us from repeating their mistakes. That's all I care to say for now. At least, about this topic. I thought my
Понимаю.
family's research could help Emerald Stair. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got. I hardly think your Emperor would approve. Good thing he's on the other side of the world. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first. That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Casto led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here. Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castle is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valiant Trading Company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already. He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castle succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream. Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul to become fully aware of my past lives. Every animancer tries and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much. A simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk. And look how well that turned out. Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way. What's on your mind? Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position. Ah, I should have known you'd be schooled in political intrigue. But I'll wager you don't know how this story goes. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated, his political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians. So, Maxim did what Valians do best. Precisely. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered. Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world, never to return. And Maxim did just that. He gathered a following and left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god. We prefer to call it an intellectual haven of free thinkers, but it's true that most of us are animancers. Spirento was full of animancers, many of them in debt, and Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here. including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul. Of course, you and I know better. He died peacefully, content that what he made would outlast him. His son has been in charge ever since, for better or worse. We have that much in common. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. Just not the dream.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adiran ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them. Let me think. Quilici has a girlfriend, as cute as a button, and as smart as an archmage. That isn't a secret. I'm just happy for him. Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers lost their lives in a winter storm. Ever since, people have heard ghostly cries from a nearby cave. Fascinating, isn't it? Tragic, of course, but fascinating. Sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't heard any. Being an outcast means being out of... What are... Not before I've done some reading.
В смысле, еще есть что с ней обсудить?
I can't believe it. Ranger Dorsal, a traitor to... At least she isn't our problem anymore. My people let nature judge the turncoats. Always have. Our way is quicker for everyone involved, and no one has to dirty their hands. Exile in the living lands is not the worst fate a criminal can suffer, but it's close, and always deserved. Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Messiverno. Blamed animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me... If I must.
Еще.
Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsli reach that vase.
Пожалуйста.
Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground. She's very special to me. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsli stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
Пожалуйста.
Not before I've done some reading.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death. The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. More than alive. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new.
Ну, я не знаю, что выбрать. Честно, я бы выбрал, типа, что люди сами должны решать, к чему приходить.
Out of the way. If you touch any of my equipment, the magnetic polarity will rip your soul apart. Magnetic polarity?
If you've come to Naku to deck for a funeral, I'm afraid you're late. Or early?
We're actually here to conduct some.
I see. Well, do remember that this is a holy site, and for an acolyte of Berith, there is no higher honor than the giving of last rites. Naku to deck dates back to ancient times. It was, and remains, unfortunately, godless ruins have a strong connection to the other side. They attract unwanted attention. Wherever there's an Audra pillar, you can count on animancers circling it like flies.
An unflattering but not unfair comparison.
When my order first heard of this place, they sent us overseas to guide wayward souls into their next life. More help than you might guess. Reincarnation is not a perfect system. The flaws and inefficiencies are why the field of animancy exists at all. So, in accordance with Berith, we are midwives of a different labor, life into death. Not at all. The Audra pillar is most inspiring. Just watch your step around the equipment and the memorials.
Here's hoping none of us meet Berith anytime soon.
There should be some equipment by the Audra pillar.
We remember these walls.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery, armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? You're thinking like an animancer, and that's a good place to start. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face. No, but it should get us results. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. Alright, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine. We twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Hold on to that feeling. We might need it again. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. Oh dear. How do I explain? Imagine tossing a pebble and hoping it flattens a blade of grass on the other side of the world. That's what you're asking, and it won't work.
Вероятность
There's an
есть.
even greater chance we end up like my parents. Sorry, but no. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
But we gotta see what's down there now.
Gods! Did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one. You're going down there, aren't you? I tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive down there. Or if not alive, moving. Careful, we'll be staying on this side of the door. Don't be careful. Be ready. If you don't return, I'll tell the others what happened.
I feel better about this already.
Ну, пошли.
I did not bring us here to explore. Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you? Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom. Lead the way.
Ого.
I can start that generator for you. Just say the word.
They won't get past me!
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Вот.
The knife that pierces in the dark.
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 3 points for the godless, none for the abominations.
Look out. Some kind of trap overhead.
Just like the good old days.
I would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it, with the help of some ice.
Им всем откройся.
What in the name of Eora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once.
Never a dull moment with you in charge.
We've got company!
Самое время съесть. Есть этот бах.
Any monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at
Вроде
the
того. Вот и наша адра.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The Godless erected many important sites around Pillars of Adra, though I can't speak to their motives. The last time, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
О, какой ты красавец.
You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you.
The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
Lonely, yes. None have asked after us in so long. We open to you as a bud before the sun. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them.
They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls.
We felt the thrill of their wonder. We basked in their desire to know us. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. Our people died. Their books were burned. No one was left to speak our name. But we remember an age of connection and wholeness. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabadal. You read the leaves and ash yourself. We could only observe. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. This prison clouds our mind, our memories as murky as fetid water. Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain.
Хорошо.
Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it? A mere drop in a lake, a drop of our blood, our sap, giving to nourish you. We would never harm you, seed of our soul. We could not, even if we wished such cruelty. Your will remains yours.
Ну давай.
With our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
Полезный навык, полезный. Доброе утро.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought.
Думала, что я умер.
Actually, I thought your soul had been blasted to 1,000 pieces. But I'm happy to be proven wrong. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands. Somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Not the Adra itself, but how it comes together. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb. You could be right, but we have no way of knowing for certain. Not yet, anyway. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
I got a headache just thinking about it. And I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start?
Welcome to the crew.
Thank you. I've been working on my own for so long that I'm not accustomed to sharing the burden. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. I wouldn't count on it. Besides, what good am I to Fior Mesiverno anymore? The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, the end of the living lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Stop!
Стою.
The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain! They come from the outside. How did we not see them?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can...
Oh. Oh, oh, oh.
No!
Andra's depths. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this?
Ну, это паладины
It's all
точно.
gone. The city. My home. Maybe an experiment that got out of control. But the damage would have been confined to the workshop. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilici. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come, there's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames? You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home. You're allowed to mourn it.
They burn. They blind us.
I hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. We've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilici, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms. If there's trouble, we can help.
Again and again they strike.
Never had a chance. The queen! Kill the queen and the rest will follow. We need to look for survivors. Someone must have made it out. That's done? Who's hungry?
Найти выживших. Ну, идем искать выживших. Выживший. А выжившие тут тусуются. Я могу тпшнуться? Постоянно он какой-то движ. Я бы их всех поубивал. Экспа лишней не бывает. Да, все путем не прочь. Хили сейчас только... Опа. Другого может меня поднимать? Может. Да, городок классно, конечно. Поджарили. Я уверен в том, что эта инквизиция пришла и спалила все нахуй. А паладины это, кто это может быть? Ну, что ты вот это начинаешь? Кто это?
Not as long as there are people who remember it.
How many thorns must we claw out?
Хилочку мне, пожалуйста. Благодарствую.
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
Rabbits in a burrow, hunted.
Всем привет. Что произошло?
Looking for leadership, a sense of direction. We should find Kulichi.
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack. As if you don't already know. Ignacy, calm yourself. Why should I be calm? His people burned my city.
Инквизиция.
Hardly his people. They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran. Many of our people fell defending the city. We won't know how many until the dust settles. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adairan ways. We agree on one thing. The Stilgarot have declared war on the living lands. Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory. What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge?
Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it. Not for me, perhaps. You must understand. My mother had the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You truly think you can
Three.
find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise. Exactly. As long as we are Animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Все, что они умеют, это вот эту вот техномагию использовать.
be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you were getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can finally lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Nakukubel, which is in Shatterscarp, so we've got to get there now. Before Fiora went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend.
Опа, тут еще есть квест.
Back to Shatterscarp then.
You heard Vidal. The settlement is done for.
Вот так вот.
I can't believe you're ready to abandon it.
Fior Messiverno was a dream. And all dreams end.
Wherever Belena is, I hope she found some kind of peace.
Ну, это маловероятно. Угу. Так, один знак вопроса, да? И все. Что скажешь?
It's you. The godlike. I thought they were lying. You step in now, when the fires are dim and the looting has been done. Forgive me. Yes. I know everyone here is. But I'll be straight with you. The Steel Garrot's captain stole something precious. It wasn't enough to burn our city. Now they have to loot us too. A relic of Old Valia. I don't know its actual value, but it's a treasure to me. My young nephew stood up to the Steel Garrote before they attacked. It won't debase me any further either. I have nothing to lose. I want that commander to die as painfully as he did. You'll find her at the Eastern Watchtower. It is not far from here. I warn you though, her troops will probably still be with her. Bring back the ring. I can't think about her wearing our emblem. I should go now. My sister will need help preparing my nephew's spot.
Хорошо. Идем в штаб следопытов. То есть они еще и следопытов перебили, да? Там какая-то захватническая армия.
Soldiers by the watchtower. Take care.
Да, не перебей.
What are you doing here? Our report said you were still in Fjord. I wish it hadn't come to that, but the Furians gave us no choice.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't tear your soul apart.
Because one wrong move from you and my soldiers will shoot. Now, state your business, and don't waste my time. We're moving out. Mission plans are confidential. Besides, this is my tower. You play by my rules.
You're in no position to offer us terms of any sort.
You're forgetting you're in hostile territory.
Fine. If I relay my orders, will you leave us alone?
I make no promises for your survival.
I'd take her at her word.
With Andra's mortar gone, Adia saw a passage to the uncharted world. The living lands were perfect. They had resources, land to build stable ports. We didn't anticipate the Dream Scourge would ruin Fjord's crops, but, well, we used the famine to our advantage. It wasn't personal.
То есть у меня нету выбора, чтобы не убивать ее.
Don't take the moral high ground with me. You've done plenty of profiting here yourself. I killed one sentry. I'm not going to answer for the rest. It was a token to prove my honor. It's tradition. You know that. I have no reason to care what Fior thinks of us. We came to sow fear and gain resources. And we have. That sentry's death is his own fault. He killed my standard bearer. My soldiers demanded a response. As such, the ring is mine by right. That's the last I'll hear of it. You dare invoke the burned queen, as if you know her better than I. Very well, take the thing. Be glad I don't kill you for questioning. Move along, or I'll make you. Move along, or I'll make you.
А если я хочу ее сейчас убить?
Move along, or I'll make you.
Не стоит забывать, что я все-таки человек императора.
Is he done? Is the captain dead? Don't you understand? The point of all this was to make her pet.
Ее вольнуть за ними придут.
Don't talk to me about conscience. Mind power. You say that as if I care. I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm going to put this to rest. Now. How can our family go on? Murderers. Every one of them. I should have known you'd be no help.
Кто-то мне подсказывает, что не жилец этот чувак. Причем совсем не жилец. Ну, его дело. Раз он так сильно хочет умереть.
We should talk.
Давай.
Severno was the pride of 2 generations. And now, nothing but ashes and embers. My home, my lab, my parents. What if I'm tired of being strong? I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. I doubt they know the meaning of the word. They seem a little out of touch. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? I wish I could. But that legacy is a debt I can never pay off. My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city gets Animancers, and everyone gets along. For once. We should try to harness that goodwill, or replicate it, like an energy source. On the other hand, maybe not. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot. In that case, let's go out there and make a good first impression. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Thanks for talking.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn. Thirdborn is a rough town. They literally do their business inside the skeleton of a Leviathan. If you thought Paradise's docks were rough, just wait. Plus, They have a nogfish curry that will peel your tongue. Right, changing the subject. If I must.
Еще что-то хочет.
Envoy?
Да.
Gods, I can't believe Fior has been destroyed. Teeth, fingers, toes, arms, that freaky Blessed mask she's always wearing. All of it. I'm sure we'll all get our chance soon. Right, changing the... Pleasant dreams.
Ну, сейчас, конечно же, будет...
Root-hog ribs there were fantastic.
Уверен, что сейчас будет разговор с нашей Дружаней, да? А нет, божество молчит. Да.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Come closer, Envoy. I'd like a word.
Gods.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands, just as you go where the Emperor commands. So, did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor Ludwig was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand. One might argue they brought it on themselves. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight. All we've done is speed things along to their inevitable conclusion. One way or another, Fuel Messi Verno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. Help takes many forms. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes.
Я понял, что ничего не понял. Ну, подсветка есть.
Very good. But the terms of our arrangement are quite clear. The oath to our goddess supersedes any and all political loyalties. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning. Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't?
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. Inquisitor Ludwig is always watching. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerty. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
Еще кто-то живой.
That was a close one.
Я думаю, это правильное решение. Мы все-таки как бы хотели мирного урегулирования. Ну что ж, на этом эта локация заканчивается. И я хочу сказать всем вам
You came
спасибо.
to Emerald Stair looking for answers, and now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the Steel Garrote burned my fucking home to the ground. I'm glad you think so. Because right now you're the only Adiran whose opinion matters to me. I will not forget Fiorme Siverna. Everything it was, and everything it could have been. And I will never forgive. Never.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Deathguard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? I bet Heelguard's tried that tack. Zealots like her aren't swayed by reason. And Thirdborn will greet her with a sword in one hand and another sword in the other. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back, changed. Their bodies and minds twisted, corrupted. Some confused and disoriented like Belena, others violent like Adelaro.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Don't look at me. Ask the voice in your head.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge. Yardsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yardsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel.
Castel. Castel. A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes.
Did you get anything? In other words, nothing we didn't already know. Well, at least we tried. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then? Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yardsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is... Maybe this doesn't need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fior Messiverno. I just wanted you to know. You aren't responsible for the sins of the Steel Garrote. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another, I'll make them pay.
Let's get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
Согласен.
I hope Thirdborn is a good community for my people. They've been through it.
Ну все, новая локация. Сейчас они опять начнут что-то трепаться. Или я наконец-то смогу вырубиться. Нет. Новая локация. Так что всем спасибо, ребятки. Спасибо за просмотр, за лайки, за комментарии. А исследовать эту локу мы уже будем в следующем ролике. Пока-пока, ребятки. До встречи.